This meeting is being recorded.
So we have practice problem 8.9, which asks us to predict products for the following reactions. And they give us a hint here that in some cases we will produce a new chiral center or not, right? So we have to pay specific attention to that. So in our first reaction here, right, we have a double bond. We're going to react that with HBr. So we should expect a Markov-Nikov addition to occur. So let's draw our compound here, and we'll react this with HBr. So what happens, right, when we do this reaction, we will create one chiral center, right? So this site right here, we will install the bromine because this is the more substituted region. So we're going to end up with this as our final product. And we know that we would have to indicate, right, that if this is on a dash, then we would put our bromine here on a wedge, and we'll also generate the enantiomer, right? So if this was our methyl group here was on a wedge, then our bromine would be on a dash. So we have created a chiral center. So we ended up with a pair of enantiomers. So let's take a look at our next case here. So we have HCl. We'll be adding across this double bond. So in this case, we're going to end up with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, making sure I have the right amount of carbons in my carbon chain. So we have this methyl group in the middle here, and when the chlorine adds, as we expect, right, in a Markov-Nikov fashion, we will not have a chiral center created, because you can see that this is a symmetrical molecule, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4 carbons here, 1, 2, 3, 4 carbons going that way. So no chiral centers here. So we only have this one product. When we look at problem C here, we will again create a chiral center. So let's take a look here. We're going to start with this structure here, right? So we have our two methyl groups, we have our double bond coming out here. So when HBr adds to this double bond, we're going to see that the bromine will add to this spot here on the double bond. Oh, I'm sorry. Actually, bromine will add rather to this site here. Right, so we're going to have an ethyl substituent, right? So this portion here will remain. So our two possible products, right? We would have, right, our two methyls coming out here. We could have, right, our bromine here, and then this guy, this ethyl substituent would come out here on a dash, and we would then put this bromine on a wedge, and then we'll draw our other product here, right, the two methyl substituents. Now the bromine was on a wedge, I'll put the bromine on a dash here, and then on my wedge, I will put my ethyl substituent. So again, we get a pair of enantiomers. And the remaining problems, we're going to see, let's see, so D and F, these will also create some chiral centers, but in the case of E, we would not have a chiral center. So I'll give you that hint and see if you can finish D, E, and F on your own.